Hello and welcome to a brand new series. This is LEGO Racers, one of my all-time favourite games of my childhood. Let us begin. And for this Let's Play, we'll be racing as this fella, Jimmy, not Seamus. So let's get going. Okay, so on the high seas on land. So this is our first boss, Captain Redbeard. He's quite a famous LEGO character, or he was, until LEGO decided to start making LEGO, LEGO games, LEGO movies, such as Star Wars and blah blah blah, and then obviously they made the actual LEGO movie. So all these characters in this game are forgotten now, what's quite sad, because there was a time when LEGO. I mean, if you look back, there was so many LEGO games. I mean, there was LEGO Island, LEGO Stunt Rally, LEGO Racers. This is LEGO Racers, obviously, Legoland. But they had like the characters in this game were also in other games as well. And now, ever since they started making LEGO movies, all these characters are long gone, and it's very sad. It's very sad. It's Anyway. So this game was released all the way back in 1999. So it's a relatively old game. I say it's a relatively old game. It is an old game. It's like 16 years old. What's a tad depressing. But this was really one of my favorite games of my childhood. It was my Mario Kart basically, because I never really played Mario Kart because when I was younger I only really had the PC. I did only have the PC, and good old Windows 98 as they called it back then. Well, they still call it now, but I used to play hours on this game. Not just this game, but all these other LEGO games. LEGO Island 2 I used to play a lot as well, until I lost it, and I never found it. It was one of those things, when your parents say when you lose something and they're like, oh, it'll turn up eventually. That game never did, and I don't know, maybe one day I'll get on eBay and maybe do a Let's Play, because that's kind of one of the things I want to kind of relive a lot of my childhood games and maybe do a Let's Play on them. Boom! There we go. That's a little shortcut. Each track in this game has its own little shortcut. Some shortcuts are easier to find than others. Some are more useful to find than others as well. So we're doing a bit of a wheelie there. Wasn't ideal, but it slowed us down. But there we go. We've won our first race. By quite a margin too. We're waving a fist in victory, so well done, Jimmy. My voice is a bit sore too. I should probably had a drink before. I don't take drinks up now because last time I did that I spilt water all over my keyboard and I broke it. So from now on I'm keeping water well away from my keyboard. Not a great idea, because electric and water it doesn't really go well at all. So I probably should explain what all these coloured bricks do. As you can see, there's coloured bricks, as I've just mentioned. The red brick is the cannonball, so that's what happens to you. The blue brick is the shield, so that will stop any cannonballs from hitting you. That's the ghost, by the way. Try to avoid the ghost because he's a little obstacle and he'll spin you around. Another thing that will spin you around is the yellow brick, and I can't find it, so I can't show you. But that's like basically, if you use the yellow brick, it'll put oil and that will spin any competitor. There we go. Okay, who's a great example? Okay, I think someone's smart. I don't know how you look behind. How do you look behind yourself? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. So if you put oil, and if someone goes over the oil, they'll spin out. A bit like me being spun out by the ghost. The green brick's the turbo boost, so that'll make you go a bit quicker. And finally, the white brick makes all the other bricks more powerful. So if you have a white brick and a red brick, instead of the cannonball, you'll have a rope. And that'll do that. Whee! Haha! That's quite enjoyable. And then obviously he hit me back with a cannon. But obviously the cannon's not as affected, so I'm still ahead. Ha ha ha! I'm such a pro at this game. What can I say? And all these LEGO tracks, they were all based on LEGO toys back in the day. So obviously there was like a LEGO Robin Hood set, and then there was obviously a pirate set. There's a North Pole set, an alien set, a kingdom set. All these tracks that will eventually visit in this game later on. And I'll quickly show you the shortcut in this one. It's quite a sneaky one. It's this one here, and you get a white brick as well, so that's quite good. If you have a shield up, it will stop the ghost as well, so that's probably a good idea to use the shield to the ghost. It doesn't matter, it just won't spin you. What's good to know. I'm also driving one finger on the keyboard. Was probably not the best idea. I probably should use two, particularly later on when the game actually does get harder. But there we go. We won our second race. Jimmy's waving his fists around, and he's not actually got any hands on the steering wheel. It was quite funny. He's using his Jedi skills there, managing to steer the car around without actually using his hands on the steering wheel. Anyway, next track, it's the alien track on the moon. I can't remember what this track is called. Also, if you as you can see, I had a good start of the line. Basically how you do that is you don't hit the accelerator until the race starts. So basically just like any other racing game really. was quite good. So yeah, as you can see, Captain Redbeard is the boss in this game, and if you look on the map, his thing on the map is a red circle, and all the other characters are blue circles. That basically just means he's the boss in this game, and yeah, that's basically it. And the other characters are just ordinary AIs, basically. Okay, I'm starting to run out of things to talk about now. This is a volcano, by the way. It's quite cool. Kind of like, I mean, what other racing games out there do you drive into a volcano? Probably quite a lot, actually, to be fair. Anyway. Things to talk about. So, that's a person drilling the floor, it would appear. Just hit a cannonball into an invisible wall there. Yeah, I don't know, what else should I talk about? What do you want to talk about? Don't know. That's the problem about Let's Play, you just run out of things to talk about. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, so we're crossing the final corner, and we're taking the checkered flag, and there we go, waving our fist in victory once again. We've almost lapped the characters. That will be quite something. Yeah, this is probably the easiest track in the whole game, I would say. And there we go, 90 points. That's not a bad score at all, Jimmy. Okay, so there we go, last track, Desert Adventure Speedway, I think it was called. I don't know, all these American names. It's like in NASCAR, isn't it? You know, or IndyCar, they call the racetrack speedways and things like that. It's such an American thing to say. So yeah, there's two shortcuts in this track. This is the first one. A little shortcut there. We're going inside a tomb, I think these are called. But luckily for us, you know, unlike other tombs, things aren't trying to kill you. What's good? It's just gives you a couple of bricks, white bricks, green bricks, and there we go, flying around. What is good? It's good. I like tombs that don't try to kill you. I think most people do. Whee! We're doing a bit of a wheelie there. Was kind of good. Jimmy's got great car control, as you can tell. Whee! Okay, so that was the first shortcut. This is the second shortcut in this racetrack, and it's this one here. So once again, you use a cannonball, and there we go. And it's probably slightly better because you, instead of just getting 2 white bricks, you get 3 white bricks and a green brick, and that means you get to use the teleporting thing. And the only downside to that teleporting thing is you could end up anywhere. So you could, you could just end up in a corner, but obviously you're going straight on in the corner, so you could crash. So sometimes it's good, sometimes not good, but it's good overall. You know, it's just a little fun. I mean, as you can see, you can overuse it a bit because, as you can see in my lead, later on in the game, the AI do start using the turbo boost. That's not what I wanted to do. They do start using the teleporting thing. So particularly in the last level, you'll have to use it, you know, all the time, because that's basically the only way you can win the race. So there we go. Oh, that thing's falling down. I didn't even notice it fell down. That surely is a health and safety hazard. That could have hit someone. But anyway, there we go. 4 out of 4. That's not a bad way to begin our Lego racing career, Jimmy. And oh, okay, Captain Redbeard came second. I thought he came last for a second. That would have been quite funny. But there we go. There's a podium celebration and fireworks as well. Well done, Jimmy. So there we go. That's first level completed. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next time for part number 2. So till then, thanks for watching and goodbye.